I want to talk about what's going on energetically on the planet. And as we all know, there's a lot that's happening. But what exactly is it that's happening? Change. Things are changing. We're going through transformation, as we all know. But what are we changing to? What's actually happening? And what part do we play in all of this? Pluto, well, eclipse. We're in eclipse energy with a very strong aspect to Pluto. Pluto wants us to get in touch with our soul, with our true nature, our soul. And that's not an easy journey to do. It requires a lot of deep truth, deep honesty, and really getting out of illusion and stop making excuses, feeding into the stories that we bought into originally. But our consciousness has shifted for sure, worldwide. Now, there are some who have a larger challenge in we don't even say that. We all have the same challenges, the same degree of challenges. They're just unique and in different areas of our lives. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that too, because this is what's I find is shifting in us, in me. We have what's considered archetypes. They are linked to the zodiac and the planets. These archetypes are patterns. These are specific, it's a specific recipe each and every one of us is born onto this planet with. This is why everybody's individual birth chart is unique. It really is a science that pins it down to the exact time, to the second, date, location, and it's extremely accurate. Why is that? Well, the more and more of us that are able to really get ourselves out of the box type thinking and see things from, it's almost like we're born into the basement level, the root chakra, the what we are taught, what we are born into. Yet we also carry these archetypes with us, all 12. Some have very dominant, we all have dominant aspects or archetypes unique to our blueprint, unique to ourselves. Yet we're all connected within these 12 archetypes. So you may find yourself questioning, why is this happening to me? Not realizing that everyone and everything is connected and we all play a part in the cosmic flow of life, whether we're aware of it or not. So when one person makes a full shift into a new way of seeing things, a new level of consciousness, that leaves room for more to do the same. But it gets down to basics. You know, you may find yourself asking yourself, why am I here? What am I here to do in this lifetime, on this planet? What is specific about me? So we really have to whittle away, chip away, and let go of what is not truly us, what has been programmed and taught and conditioned into us since birth, for generations. This is a unique time to be alive on the planet here. We are in what's also considered a nuclear age. This is something very real, and we cannot continue to stick our head in the sands when it comes to the potential catastrophic events that may take place if we don't awaken and realize that there are more of us than there are of the darker energies, the energies of power and control. We've just been so programmed and deeply, a lot of fear programming, deeply embedded in our lineage to not question. And, I got to be really careful here with my words. My intentions are good, but it's difficult to get these messages out on these platforms lately. Just for all intensive purposes, there's duality, light, dark. I don't want to separate it, good, bad. It is all the same thing. Yet, within the cosmic arrangement of life, we are being watched, we are being tested, we are being challenged. And right now, with this eclipse energy, with Pluto, we are being challenged and tested and questioned to, now what you need to let go of, change, shift. And our soul hears that call. Yet there's other aspects of ourselves, the other archetypes, the parts that are still linked to fear. What if I'm wrong? Nobody else seems to be doing this. It's such an illusion. It's such a mind game that it's hard for a lot of people to really heed the call. And unfortunately, it takes some of Pluto's, okay, if you're not going to hear the call, whatever it is that's you're anchoring yourself into or attaching yourself into that is illusion and is not serving you, will be yanked away, will be taken away, will be it will be abrupt, it will be painful. Yet if you can actually see that really was not serving me anyway, that was not for my highest good, that did not even feel good, it just felt familiar, it felt safe, that might be a really abrupt awakening for some. I'm sharing these messages because of this eclipse energy that we are in, and what I've been feeling for myself and navigating my journey and my fascination with the archetypes that we all carry, these personality traits, these patterns, light and dark, of all 12 zodiac signs. It's pretty fascinating. And, it's a big mix. But there are a lot of amazing ascended masters, a lot of amazing teachers that have amazing words of wisdom to heed, to pay attention to. And some of their teachings, I'll just say Jesus, for example, have been not so much twisted, but taken into a different context, taken into a context where there are certain beings that wanted to have control, power and control over the masses, using fear, using certain tactics to keep us compliant, complacent. But we're growing out of that, basically, is what I want to say. We're growing out of that energy quickly in this day and age. And we're faced with not only the technology age that we all have to acclimate to, which was constantly changing, but also knowing that we are in a nuclear era as well. And these are things that we cannot dismiss for very much longer. I mean, it's been a big message. There's been so many big messages that I've been receiving and waiting for the time to give them, to share them. And I don't know if I am jumping the gun, but I did, because I have to read the signs also, the direction that I'm given. And I did post yesterday a video that I found to be pretty spot on as far as what I've been picking up on as well. And it had to do with United States and the educational system that we all went through and our children go through. And it's worth watching, but I see that nobody saw it. And I feel like some of my social media accounts are kind of either getting hacked into, or I'm kind of being swiped off of social media temporarily, maybe. I'm not concerned about it, but I do know that even if I reach one person that this resonates with, that you're feeling this energy, you're on the fence, you're like, yeah, I feel this, and I know exactly what the call is for me, what it is that I need to do, what I need to shift, whether it's a perspective, whether it is a really toxic habit or relationship, or whatever it is for you. This is a good time to do it before it gets really cranked up and things start to really take a whole new life of their own. So this is just sort of a public service announcement about the energy, the eclipse energy, which is actually a beautiful transition into something new. Yet for us human beings who have tremendous attachments to a lot of different things here in our lives, we like things to stay familiar and the same. The energies right now are asking us to get in touch with our soul, with our primordial energy, with our innate being, and not the social structures that we were all conditioned into following, certain perspectives and rules and whatnot. But if you can listen to what your body is saying, if you can listen to what your energy is reading to you, you'll know what to do. And you're not crazy. I'm here to tell you, you're not crazy. You may be paranoid about that and try not to let that take you away, because you may also attract other people like looking at you like you are crazy. So be mindful of that. The energy is really intense, and it is a really good cosmic mirror, but it truly is source energy just showing us, this is what you're showing me. Is this you? Is this truly who you are? Is this where you want to be? Does it feel good? Or is this something that has been taught to you? Is this something that has been guilted into you? Is this something that you have been shamed into? Take a deep look at that. The energy is asking us to take a deep, deep, deep dive and a deep look inward, and feel the feelings. So we're not gonna we're gonna feel them one way or the other. So it's really all about knowing yourself. Know thyself. The more you know yourself and all of your shadow, all of your 12 archetypes, admit to your shadow, be friends with your shadow. And shadow is the aspects of us that we are denying, suppressing, repressing. We don't want anybody else to know about. We may try to keep secret or not show, but they do come out from time to time. Know those aspects of yourself, because they're in all of us to one degree or another. We can help each other elevate through all of this as the times are getting more and more critical for survival. We can do more than survive, but right now this is where the energy is getting cranked up to survival instincts, food prices, I mean, just basic survival needs are being threatened across the world. I mean, they have been for a while, but let's just look at the United States. And it's only going to continue to get crazier and crazier. So the more and more of us that are already aware, we're already conscious, we already know, this is our time to step into gear and let go of whatever fear it is that's holding us hostage, holding us in slavery to things that we don't need to be. And there are better solutions. And but I'll tell you what, it's not actions right now, it's energy. It's energy and emotions that are making the change. It's be the change internally. So if you're thinking about, yeah, I need to take a stand, and that's all good and fine, but if there's an energy behind it of injustice, of anger, of righteous rage, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to get a big cosmic mirror slap in the face. Trust me when I say it's not pretty. So we have to understand how to work with the energy field that surrounds us and is connected to our energy field. It's a different kind of game than what we were taught. And I'd like to teach more about what it is that I understand and know and learn and practice as far as life goes. So I'm just popping in here and giving a little bit of my 2 cents, especially for this eclipse energy, because it is definitely something that is going to go down in history. We're not going to forget. We don't realize we are in a time, an era that will go down in history. I mean, the people in the Renaissance age did not know that they were in the Renaissance age, but there was a lot of amazing things, amazing art, amazing music, amazing talent that arose in that time. And we are in another one of those times where we are shifting paradigms from a very dark, a very old, antiquated way that is not humane. It is not of love. It is not of oneness. And so we are shifting into that. And it's going to take some time. But the more of us who are already conscious of this, we are receiving a bigger wake-up call, call to action. And this is energetically more than anything. But there's some action as far as actually uniting physically and combining our energies together, no longer being in any kind of comparison or competition, but all of our energy combined is its own ecosystem for this shift. So I think that's all I'm going to say for now, but I wish you all so much positive shifting, positive movement in your transition at this time. And I will check in later. So much love to you all. Bye.